Welcome to Tehachapod, the City of Tehachapi's podcast, where we share conversations with local leaders, business owners, and community members. Don't miss an episode. Be sure to follow and subscribe to learn something new and discover ways to get involved in our community.
Welcome to Tehachapod. Today I have Clare from the Chamber. Clare, how are we doing?
I'm doing great. Things are ramping up.
Oh, yeah. You guys are busy over there.
Yes. So many fun things up ahead. And yeah, we're getting into the heat of the summer here.
And Clare, you've brought someone for us to interview today. Would you mind introducing your guest?
Yes. Today I brought Doreen Madrigal. She is the owner of Little Caesars and Party Express, which just opened and celebrated their grand opening.
Congratulations and welcome to the pod.
Thank you. Thank you both for having me here.
So you've been a business owner in Tehachapi for a while.
Yeah, so in 2024 was our official transfer of Little Caesars from my parents to us, the buy-sell that we did. But I've been involved with Little Caesars since I was a kid, since I was about 9. And in 2014 is when my parents took it over in Tehachapi. So, yeah.
That's awesome. I remember getting a lot of Little Caesars when I was growing up.
Oh, yes. Little Caesars is the staple of birthday parties and fun get-togethers. It's like when you need a quick, hot bite that doesn't break the bank, it's always there for you. So, yay.
Convenience and quality, for sure.
And how do you find running a pizza shop in Tehachapi to be kind of different from other places?
So Tehachapi is different from other places because I actually get to know all of the guests that walk in the door. In Bakersfield, it's like people are coming in and out. You see them once, you see them twice, you don't see them 4 or 5 months. In Tehachapi, you see the same people throughout the week. You get to know their names, their kids, their likes, their dislikes, the way they like their food, everything. So that is more personable for me, and I love that.
You really get to understand the taste of the town. Oh. So have you noticed that Tehachapi has a particular taste that is maybe not replicated in other places? Like, are we really into like pickle pizza or something, like something weird or anything?
No, I just think for the most part they love cheese pizzas, and that's not common down in Bakersfield or any of the other places I've been to. So Tehachapi's a cheese-loving town.
Interesting. That makes sense to me, actually.
Yeah, very simple. And, it's like, especially with the kiddos out there, kids are pretty big fans of just the plain cheese. Don't throw anything else into the mix.
Just leave it alone, yeah. Makes it easier for them, too.
So you said you've been involved since you were 9?
Mm-hmm.
So what would that look like? Were you working up here or all over the place? Tell me a little bit about that.
So around 9 years old, my mom started off as a crew member, just a regular cashier making pizzas, doing her thing. It was not like, here's a pizza restaurant that we inherited or like came from within our family. So she was just a crew member. And Little Caesars is really big on making franchisees within their own people, their own crew members, their own staff. They like to uplift people within and not just like people that come in from outside that have a ton of money and want to invest in a pizza place. So when I was 9, I watched my mom drop me off at school, go to work, come back, pick me up, and then on occasion on the weekends I'd go sit in the back with her. And just over time, I learned everything about Little Caesars, from the old school $5 hot and readies to, everything. The foot-long, really long pizzas and, the whole 9 yards. So it's been pretty fun. And my very first job at Little Caesars was the mascot. So I would go to Rabobank Arena and wear that big old mascot. And I was little. And since, it was a family friend, they would just pay me on the side and be like, hey, can you wear this? Take pictures. Nobody can see you in there. And I'm like, okay, this is cool. So that's how I started.
One of my first jobs was also a mascot. I was Dunkin' Donuts mascot.
Oh, my goodness.
Over here on Tucker when they were in town.
Cool.
So I was the cup guy kind of waving at people trying to get them in.
Oh, how fun.
Yeah.
It's really fun. Your face was exposed, right?
No.
Okay.
The face was not exposed. They had like a cartoon face and the eyes were just like a little
stippled. You could see through.
So you could see through. Yeah.
Ours is this huge head and then big old feet. The feet were like this long. So I would have to have somebody walk with me to guide me.
Yeah, I can imagine it was a little difficult with the large feet and not being able to see. And yeah.
And they even had me play on a basketball court at Rabobank. I can't remember what the team was that came. I think, the people that do all the tricks with the balls.
Oh, the Harlem Globetrotters.
Yes.
Yeah.
So they came in and they wanted me to shoot a basket. And I'm like, I can't see. And they're like, just granny throw it, So it's like, I'm like, Mom, please tell me you have a video or something. Back then wasn't it? It's like,
Yeah.
hey, yeah, I have a phone right here. Let me take a video. So it's just a photo.
But that's awesome. That's a good memory.
Yeah, it was fun.
What a cool way to kind of start your journey into entrepreneurship, right? With being a mascot and then, seeing your mom as everything evolved. So did she eventually open her own franchise then?
Yeah, so over time, it was my mom and my dad. They partnered up actually with the owners from Bakersfield. My dad was the supervisor, so he supervised all of Kern County and quite a few stores. So they offered to sell this one in Tehachapi. The owner that was out here was amazing. His name was Sam. He no longer could stay out here. He's an engineer, so he traveled a lot. So they offered it to my parents, and they're like, hey, you guys want it? So they did. They sold their house and purchased the store.
And when was that?
That was 2014. And I kind of fell into the same footsteps. So when they said that, like, hey, okay, we can't keep up with all this new technology, all these new things that are coming out, and, we just want to enjoy the grandbabies, which I have 4. And my brothers have quite a bit, so I think there's about 13 of them. So they want to stay home and just hang out, or so they say, but they're still here. They still come up here. So I ended up selling my house and then following in their footsteps.
Wow.
Well, something I really appreciate too about Little Caesars up here is you guys are so involved with the local schools. So you're always partnering with the parent-teacher groups, and how can we help with fundraising? How can we be a part of this community? And so you're always being creative and finding new ways of supporting our local schools and projects and all of that. And so that's really appreciated.
I feel like our success is determined by the success of this town. So without the town being successful and happy and operating, we can't be successful either. So that makes a big difference.
Yes. I mean, there's the time-honored phrase, right? Is like when the tide comes in, all the ships rise with it. And so if we're supporting each other and helping each other out in different ways, then we all rise.
Absolutely.
And, and when the tide goes out and we're having some difficulties, if we band together, then, then we can make it through.
Oh, yeah. And I can tell you countless times of how the community has helped us in return. I mean, I've learned so much about this town just from the guests that walk in our doors at Little Caesars. I've learned certain areas of the town, where to go, where to take my kids. Like, it's amazing. They're like my own little tour guides.
And you need that in town a little bit. Sometimes you need someone to point you in the right direction.
You have, this long history with Little Caesars. Is there anything you would like to share with us, like any promos coming up or any collaboration opportunities?
So Little Caesars is very secretive about all their limited time offers that are coming out. So we find out about them like very, very minimal time before they come out. But as far as us in general as a company, we are always there for the community, whether it's, sponsoring Little League teams or football teams or anything like that. We are always available to listen, take in some forums, and we do have budgets for fundraising. Obviously we can't fundraise the whole town, but I recommend anybody that needs something, send us your forms, drop them off. Even if I'm not there, there's a spot that they leave them for me. But as far as promotions, we are typically always hot and ready unless somebody comes in and wipes us out right away. T-Mobile Tuesdays, we do have like $2 pizzas, $3 pizzas. So if you're a T-Mobile user, check your emails. Those come out at least once a month.
So we don't get to know about the Avengers pizza, no?
No, they're so secretive.
The Fantastic Four pizza was pretty good. It was like a deep dish, and you got a little smorgasbord of...
You got all 4 different toppings. It was really cool.
Yeah.
The seasoning's amazing.
I really dug that one. That was a pretty heavy rotation for lunch for a little bit there.
It was good. And they're
Nice.
always on special. So all the limited time offers, get them while they're there because they're not guaranteed to come back.
Yeah.
Right? No, please come back.
Oh, sorry, I'm just gushing about product now, but like you guys have like these mini cup pizza ones.
The Crazy Puffs.
The Crazy Puffs. Oh, they're so good.
So when we went to Detroit for our franchise training, we got to meet the lady who invented them. We got to go in the kitchen. They showed us all this stuff. Of course, we couldn't take our phones or anything, take pictures, but it was pretty cool. The things that they do and the testing that goes into these items is very extravagant. They call in people from outside, random people. They get people to sign up, and then they do taste sensory testing. And so they put a lot of thought into everything before they release it.
That's
It's
so
pretty
cool.
cool.
Get a little, look behind the scenes there.
Yeah.
It was neat.
How exciting.
Well, is there anything that we haven't covered about Little Caesars that we should?
I think that's it. I mean, Little Caesars is just Little Caesars, you know? We want to paint the town orange and help where we can. And that's what the company is about. It's about family, value, and quality.
Right on. And what sort of organizations have you partnered with in the past to give the listener an idea of who they would be in good company with if they wanted to have some sort of event with you guys?
Okay, so we do the Little League teams, and then we do Bear Valley. There's a gentleman by the name of Jed. He does like the veterans program out there. So, I mean, we go far out to Bear Valley Stallion. So we don't just say, hey, we're only in the city area. Tehachapi is a community as a whole. So we will go out to whichever way that you have something going on. We've done all the schools, the PTOs, a lot of the fundraisers for prom, the high school, you know, things like that. They'll buy some pizzas. We'll add some extra free ones on so they can accumulate their total to have this beautiful prom. And if they're ever short, you know, we're like, hey, come back and grab a couple more. What's your budget? So we try to help them to get to that goal.
That's amazing. I love that.
Well, we have a few announcements from our leader at the Chamber of Commerce here, and we'll be right back. And now for the Chamber update. Claire, what's going on at the Chamber?
Yes, as everyone knows, we have a big event coming up, but you know that doesn't slow things down for our businesses, for our outreach, making sure that we're getting our businesses what they need. So, some upcoming fun events to look forward to. Right off the bat, we have the 23rd anniversary of Jake's Steakhouse. They will be celebrating this on August 5th.
Exciting, very exciting.
Yes, yeah. So they've been here for so many years, and they're actually kind of running this anniversary the 3rd, 4th, and 5th. So if you go and you dine on one of those days and you mention the 23rd anniversary, then they will enter you into a raffle. And so there'll be an opportunity drawing on the 5th, right after the ribbon cutting, just to celebrate this amazing milestone. And then a lucky winner will get a gift card to Jake's.
Awesome.
So, yeah. So we're excited to celebrate with them. This is going to be a wonderful opportunity. And of course, they'll have light bites and refreshments and all kinds of fun stuff to celebrate.
Oh, that's my parents' favorite place to eat.
It's so good. And then we have Mountain Festival coming up. And so that is August 15th and 16th. The parade, which will be taking place on the 15th, the deadline to register for the parade is August 7th. So please put that in your calendar. If you are an individual, a group, an organization, a local business, we want you in the parade. Don't wait. I know this year is flying by, but please register by the 7th. And you can email us, chamber@tehachapi.com, to get an application. All right, so talking a little bit more about this amazing mountain festival that we have coming up. It starts on August 14th with the professional rodeo happening at 6 p.m., and the Chamber does have tickets. So if you'd like discounted tickets, you save $3 per ticket when you buy at the Chamber. So come on over and grab those tickets.
And who doesn't love a discount?
Exactly, right? Wherever we can get it. On August 15th, the day starts at 7 a.m. with the Mountain Gallop by TVRPD, and that will start at Aspen Builders Activity Center. And again, the race starts at 7 a.m. before things get hot. From 7 to 9:30, there will be a pancake breakfast hosted by Christian Life Assembly, and that will be at the American Legion Post 221 on F Street. At 9 a.m., that is when the Mountain Festival Parade will begin, and it is going to follow the same route as the July 4th Parade and the Christmas Parade. So it'll start on F and Pauley. It's going to head down F Street, then it's going to turn left on Robinson, and then left again on Tehachapi Boulevard, and it'll end at Curry. So anywhere along that route, make sure you bring your chairs and, you know, all of your celebration and be ready for a wonderful parade.
And what time does it start?
Starts at 9 a.m.
Rock and roll?
Yes. So in the past, it has started at 10. We're working very closely with the city to make sure that we can start it a little bit earlier. And that helps with businesses. It helps with coordinating all the shifts and the schedules and making sure everybody can be there for safety and support. So thank you so much to the City of Tehachapi for partnering with us on this. Starting at 10 a.m., we have the Arts and Crafts Fair that is taking place at Philip Mark Central Park. There are over 100 vendors, including the food vendors, local organizations, businesses. This is a wonderful, wonderful opportunity to get some shopping in, but also to learn about what's going on in our local area. And the Family Life Pregnancy Center will also have a special booth for families. So it'll be really comfortable, really, a nice private space to feed your little ones, change them. Maybe things are a little too hectic, and so you need a quiet space for a few minutes. They have a dedicated space just for families. So thank you so much, Family Life Pregnancy Center. So that the Arts and Crafts Fair, that is going to last until 5 p.m. And then from 9 to 5, the Gem and Minerals Show will be taking place at 500 East F Street at the Senior Center. The Makers Market in Railroad Park will be taking place from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. There will be a model train show happening from 10 to 5 as well, and that will be located at 126 South Snyder Avenue. And then the VFW is going to have Smokin' Jack Primo playing from 1:30 to 5. The Green Street Get Down starts at 6 p.m. and goes until 10. That will be right on Green Street and is such a fun event. Just love that so much. And then from 6 to 10, there'll be live music again at the VFW. They'll be having Angels Roost play. At 7 p.m., Susie Glaze with the New Folk Ensemble by the Fiddler's Crossing. They will be hosting a special concert at St. Jude's, which is on Curry Street. And then at 7 p.m. as well, we've got the professional rodeo happening. It's their second day, so a lot of really exciting stuff happening there. If you are at the park, then you're going to get to hear the Mean Gene Band at 10 a.m. And then 42 Out is picking it up at 12:30. And then we're going to finish the day off with the Blue Mountain Tribe starting at 3 o'clock. So we're super excited about that.
There's so much live music to enjoy for Mountain
Right?
Festival.
Everywhere you turn, there's going to be live music.
Oh, yeah. It's so nice to just hear music around.
Yes, and it's created this resurgence, right? I mean, City of Tehachapi is bringing back music, regularly all throughout the summer. You can hear live musicians at the breweries and the wineries, and, it's just, it's very fruitful here.
Agreed.
On the 16th, we will have a church service at 9 a.m. in the park, and then we'll get back into the Arts and Crafts Fair starting at 10 a.m. And then the Makers Market will also be going from 10 to 5 on Sunday. Model Train Show will be going from 10 to 4. And then at the VFW from 3 to 8 p.m., they'll have DJ Rex and karaoke and a game cave and all kinds of fun stuff. So all of the fun continues all throughout the weekend for Mountain Festival, and we're so excited to have everybody with us. And of course, this event is not possible without our partners and our sponsors. Thank you so much to City of Tehachapi, BHE Renewables, WM for being our Gold Rush sponsors. Thank you, Terrigen, Tehachapi Valley Recreation Parks District, The Ranch, Saracoso Community College, Knight Building Systems, The Loop Newspaper, The Village Collective, Alta One. Thank you so much for sponsoring and keeping this event going. And then we also have to give a shout out to the Tehachapi Amateur Radio Association because they will be handling all of the communications for the event. And so they put in hundreds of hours between all of them. There's going to be so many things to enjoy. And apart from the music, there'll be a beer and wine garden. We'll be featuring local beer, local wine, and of course, all the favorite imports and exports and all those good things. And it's just, we're bringing back all the fun things. There's a dunk tank, huge fun zone. Little Entertainment's bringing back all kinds of fun games. So,
Oh, we love the dunk tank.
yes, so much fun in the dunk tank. I got dunked last year, and it was so much fun.
Oh, yeah?
I invite everyone to enjoy the same experience. That's going to take up a good chunk of the weekend, on August 15th and 16th. And then we have a luncheon right the next week. We have August 18th. Congressman Vince Fong is coming to present and listen to everyone and share his thoughts and ideas. So that will be at Mango House at 12 p.m. on August 18th. September 5th, the Summerenko team will be celebrating their grand opening, and we'll have more details coming very soon on that. And then Thunder on the Mountain Car Show is happening September 12th. So I mention this now because registrations are out there and they are filling up very quickly. So we already have 50 registrations. We cap it at 300. That way we can fill downtown nicely without getting too crunched. And of course, there'll be live music and all kinds of fun stuff there. So please reach out to.
Yeah, and when is Thunder on the Mountain?
Yes, so Thunder on the Mountain is September 12th, and it takes place from 9 a.m. until 3 p.m. We'll have live music the entire time, a chance to see all the cars, get some food, enjoy downtown. And then at noon, everybody gets in their cars and they rev their engines. And that is such an experience because you get in the middle, and that's why they call it Thunder on the Mountain, because you can feel the thunder. And last year we had 2,000 people downtown with their phones on. They're capturing the feel and the noise and, all the people that were there. And everybody had such a good time. And so we're excited to keep bringing that back. And then one last thing for events. There is a theme for the Christmas parade and Hometown Christmas. So we're very excited to announce this because we know everybody starts planning ahead of time.
Oh, yeah.
It is all aboard the Christmas Express. So the theme was inspired by Jeanette Power, our Mayor Pro Tem. She had a lot of wonderful ideas that she shared, and then the committee really thought about it, and they got the creative, juices flowing. And we're like, we got to do something train, and so how about the Christmas Express? And that way it kind of pulls from the Polar Express, and that way we can celebrate Train Town, our wonderful Depot Museum, and something that is iconic for Tehachapi as well. Hopefully that will get your creative juices flowing out there for all the fun ideas for Hometown and of course the Christmas parade, but also the window decorating contest.
When do they need to be done with their windows to be entered into the window decorating contest?
So we want to try to have all the windows done by like the Thanksgiving weekend, Black Friday, Small Business Saturday.
Okay.
There's going to be a lot happening, within the town to make sure that we get people out into small businesses. If you have your windows decorated by then, that's perfect. The absolute last deadline is that first Saturday of December, which is December 5th. So
Gotcha.
That way we can start the judging process and get the whole community involved.
Right on.
Those are the events. We have 3 new members that have joined the chamber, and we have Little Entertainment, Old Town Plumbing, and MG Ranch Feed and Supply, which are working very hard on opening their doors.
And they're going to be just on the other side of the tracks where the toy store was, correct?
Yep, where Darlene's was. They have filled in that spot, and they're going to be focusing more on horses and livestock and things for those types of animals. But then they also have a few things coming in for canines and some various pets that we have in our homes. So
Rock and roll.
yeah.
Well, let's return back over to Doreen to talk a little bit about Party Express. Welcome back to Tehachapi, and now we're going to talk a little bit about the brand new business in town, Party Express.
Ooh.
So where can we find a Party Express?
So we are a suite away from Little Caesars. So
I know
there's-
where that is.
Yeah, one suite in between us, which is the Quality Tax. So we're right next to them.
Right on. And what could someone find at Party Express?
So you can find lots of birthday supplies, decorations, sashes, candles. We have tons of candles, lots of balloons, helium, different types of balloons. Balloons that you won't see on Amazon and balloons that you will not find in the stores.
Okay, tell me a little more about that. So my only experience with balloons was working at Dollar Tree. So I know about Dollar Tree balloons, but what else is there in the world of balloons other than just circular or square?
There's balloon walkers. So they have these new balloons that you can put helium or air, and they're kind of like, almost like you just set them on the floor and they just kind of walk around based off of the air that you put in them. Or if you mix air with helium, if you want it to kind of float around, you don't have to put so much helium in it. So say you just want it to float around your party.
That's amazing.
But
Balloon
interesting.
science.
And does it look like a dog or like a...
Oh, all kinds of characters. We have, I think his name is Steve from Minecraft. My kids are the ones who pick out all the characters. So they are like my mini vendor, the people that like, hey, this is what we have in our book. Do you want to take a look at it? And my kids are like circling all the stuff that's in K-pop, Demon Hunters, all this.
Sweet.
And so the other day they were looking through our stuff. They're like, we're missing a lot of SpongeBob stuff. He's coming back. I'm like, what?
To be ahead of the curve
Yeah,
here.
they're like on YouTube, all the little YouTubers that talk about certain stuff. They're like, yeah, this and this and this. So
Interesting. It's nice to have the market research already built into the back end. That's kind of nice.
And I got 4 of them, so
There you go.
mixed girls and then 1 boy. So
Okay.
get
He's
all
got to
of them.
represent.
Yeah.
He's like, no, not pink, not purple. We're going this way to the greens and the blues.
Sweet. Awesome. And you have stuff for every event too. So from baby showers, bridal showers, of course, every holiday, all kinds of different themes for birthday parties and then retirement parties. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's clear that so much research has gone into finding all the products. Could you share a little bit more about that journey?
Sure, yeah. So what I did is I kind of based it off of my own life experiences. So a mom of 4, I've had a bachelorette party, a bridal shower, baby showers. So I kind of went through my life experiences and I'm like, okay, check, check. Okay. And so that kind of helped me make the decisions on that. And then I also kept asking all of our guests at Little Caesars, I'm like, what would you like to see? So in the time frame that we were waiting for a couple of things to go on next door, which was quite a while, I established a lot of feedback from our guests at Little Caesars. And they were like, oh, hey, do you know where the nearest place we can get this or that? Or Amazon says this is a remote. We don't have next day out here. It's a remote area. And I'm like, okay, so I started taking notes over time. Nice. I'm like, man, people are asking for these specific items. This would be great next door.
Absolutely. Yeah. Yay, nice. Well, I know I asked earlier because with so many ribbon cuttings that we do and grand openings, I'm always ordering the thick 4-inch ribbons. And so I was asking Doreen, is there any way that you could carry these so I can just pop in and grab a ribbon and a bow and be off and running? And because a lot of times I'll order special colors or something like that, and then Amazon takes like 3 weeks to get them to me.
Yeah. And the good part about that is I reach out to our vendor. I believe that he can customize them too. So there's different options now.
Oh my goodness! Look out, Tehachapi is about to get really fancy up in here.
Yeah. Oh yeah. What other stuff are you guys carrying? So you guys carry balloons, you guys carry ribbons, one assumes cutlery?
Yes, that is actually coming this week. We had a little delay in cutlery. There was something going on with plastic, a lot of explanations. I don't know what was it exactly, but yeah, so that was a little bit delayed. But the famous P word, piñatas.
Oh.
And lots of candy coming in.
I
Different candy. Mexican candy, American candy. All kinds of candy.
Any Japanese candy?
Yep. We got Japanese peanuts.
Oh,
yes.
Cool.
We have a whole
Japanese
shelf. Me too. They're my favorite. So it's funny too because I think about all the things that I like in general too, and I'm like, this would be great. And on the grand opening day, we sold so many Japanese peanuts. It was crazy. I was like, time to reload.
Nice. Sweet.
Claire, have you ever had Japanese peanuts?
I have.
You have? Okay.
Yes. Oh my gosh, they're so good.
There was some roadside attraction that I was somewhere up in Northern California. They had all sorts of garlic and peanuts and stuff, and I was like, all right, I'll try this. And I had never had a Japanese peanut before, so I was like, oh, okay, why not? I was like, oh, okay. I ate a pound of it before I got home, and I was like, uh-oh, this is a problem.
This is going to be a situation.
So knowing that I can get them walking distance from my house is a dangerous thing to learn.
Oh, yeah. And
for
pretty
sure.
soon we're going to try to link up with DoorDash and see if we can start doing deliveries.
Oh,
Cool.
That is very cool. Yeah. So what other stuff? So like, let's say that I have a party and I need it in a couple of minutes. Oh my goodness, I need help with this. I would be able to get into DoorDash, go, hey, I need this. I need these balloons. I need these ribbons, and I need the Japanese peanuts.
Mm-hmm. Whatever's listed on our available items, yep.
Oh my goodness, that's so cool.
Yeah, and we personally know most of the DoorDashers in Tehachapi, and they're like, oh, we can't wait. This is going to be fun. And I was like, I hope you're not afraid of balloons because ironically, opening a party store, I used to have a balloon phobia, like for it to pop. I love balloons. I love the look, but just when they pop, it's just, so.
Yeah.
But they're like, nope, we're good. We're ready. Clearing out our cars, so they're waiting.
Right on.
That's awesome. And you have a lot of connections too with other, like party planners and things that people can add on to their parties. For your grand opening, you had a wonderful face painter there and a balloon artist, cotton candy. There were so many attributes that you included in your grand opening. And so it was a true blue party. And it was so much fun. But again, it's like if people are having trouble trying to fill in like some of the vendors that they might want for their parties, you've got all the connections.
Yep. Just give us a call. I mean, we've already gotten so many phone calls just in a couple of days, I think, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. Yeah, our phones were ringing off the hook asking different questions. And our cotton candy machine that I displayed the day of that we were giving out cotton candy, that's going to be rentable with everything included. So unfortunately, we don't have the manpower to come up and set it up, but you guys are welcome to pick it up, rent it, use it. It's very easy to use. Popcorn machine. And funny fact is that my daughter is a popcorn lover. So she begged me to get a popcorn machine and said, Mom, can you please put this in the party store so we could serve our guests popcorn while they shop? So the last few days that we've been open, every guest that walked in, whether they buy something or not, they get a bag of popcorn and they munch around the store, walk around, and they enjoy it and the smell of the popcorn in there. It's amazing.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
I love that.
That's an easy way to get me into your store. Oh my goodness. I'm a big fan of popcorn.
Me too. And it smells so good.
Are you really big into the flavors, like the different mix-ins that they do?
Mine is just a lot of butter and maybe some cheddar.
Oh,
powder.
the cheddar one. Yeah. I've been trying, the two that I've been in between is the Mexican street corn and pizza.
Oh,
and I will go in between those two if I'm feeling savory. But if I want sweet, I have this like honey butter one. And it gives it that little bit of honey flavor. It's not too sweet, but it's a little sweet. So you can go a little savory, you can go a little sweet.
Yeah. I'm a kettle corn lover. So.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
I go for the lime and like ancho chili.
That's what my husband goes for. He's a big, he will squeeze an entire lime on his popcorn and then even some hot sauce. It's crazy, like Tapatio.
And you got to eat
sounds
it fast
great.
before it gets soggy,
Yes.
right?
No,
So
he'll
good.
eat it soggy too. He just loves it.
Now, have you guys tried furikake on your popcorn? It's Japanese rice sprinkles. So it's a little bit of seaweed, a little bit of sesame seed, a little salt, a little sugar, and then sometimes they'll put bonito or they'll put like egg or something like that in there as well. And you just sprinkle it on. And it's for your rice, but
But
To give it that flavor.
Yeah, exactly.
Sounds great.
Yeah, it's super, super good. I love it. I've seen a couple of really bougie restaurants down in LA start doing it, and I'm like, come on now. This is what I was doing when I was a teenager and didn't know how to cook. All right, come on now. This isn't brain surgery or rocket science.
Sounds very flavorful for rice. That's awesome.
Yeah, would highly recommend.
So if someone has a child or has a specific idea of a theme that they want for a party, how far in advance should they come to you and see if there's something you could do to help grab some of those themed things?
I would say safety zone would probably be 7 to 10 days. If you're last minuting something, maybe 6 days, but I would guarantee you 7 to 10 days we can get that. And we have an entire booklet that you can come and look through. For example, yesterday somebody wanted pirate stuff, and I'm like, I don't have any in stock because it's not such a popular item, and the store is a little bit smaller, but I said, hey, take a look through this book. You're welcome to make a copy. I could send you a copy, a digital copy, whatever you like. Just let me know, and I can get that in for you.
Sweet.
Yeah, so.
Well, I know Doreen was really, really helpful. She helped sponsor the decorations for the luau that we had, the luau mixer. And so they came in and they were just so perfect. We decorated a Wingfoot house with, all the grass skirts and, all kinds of palm trees and, pretty shells and pineapples everywhere. It was so fun. And it just really made the whole mood. And so everybody came in and they were wearing their Hawaiian, luau dresses and shirts and everything, and they came in, they're just like, whoa, this is so cool.
It was really pretty. I seen the videos. So nice. And I love the little umbrellas and the drinks. It gave it that Hawaiian kick.
It did. It was so perfect. So thank you so much.
You're very welcome.
And decor and decoration just really gives any event just that extra little sauce.
Yes.
Taking it from a B to an A+.
Right?
Yeah.
Absolutely. And the other thing I'm also looking forward to is there's this new trend with big box stores where they pull decorations for various events several days before the event actually occurs. This last year, it was just a little thing that I wanted, but we had a luncheon right on St. Patrick's Day. And I thought, okay, I'm going to go grab a couple St. Patrick's Day decorations and just really make this more festive and fun because people are coming out for a luncheon on a holiday. So I want them to feel, a little bit more festive.
A little festive, yeah.
Exactly. So I went everywhere, all the stores, and none of them had decorations. And I was like, oh no, did you sell out? And they're like, no, we have to pull them a few days in advance. And I was like, okay, well, I am going to try to remember that and try to get my decorations ahead of time. But this was a last minute thing. So having a location that might hold those things a little bit longer.
Definitely. I will
wonderful.
rotate them out and keep them as long as needed for the community. And I'm actually, everyone who walks in the door, I ask them for their feedback. We really would love to hear from the community, what they would like, even hours. Like, do they want us to stay open later, open earlier? I know as a mom, I get up at 6 a.m. on a Saturday and I go get a bouquet of balloons so I can deck out the house because we're always busy. I can't go the night before. The kids are awake. They're going to see. So I'm 6 a.m. I'm, running to the store, see who's open and, trying to get my stuff. But the fact that we have helium, everything ready to go, just pop in. And, if you're ever in a bind, just ask us, hey, can you bring this to me? If I'm available, I would love to do it.
So what are your hours currently? And we know that this could fluctuate as the community gives you more feedback. But.
Yeah. So currently we are 7 days a week, 10 to 7.
And if someone wanted to learn more about your business, where could they find you?
So we have an Instagram page. You can follow us on Instagram. It's partyexpress_Tehachapi, and then our Facebook as well. So I have a very important thing I would like to talk about. So we decided to open this party store because we really care about the children. Having 4 kids, I see how their faces light up on their birthday, even if it's the smallest little gesture, a balloon, little decorations. Like, we're business owners, so we kind of tend to last minute a lot of things. We usually like to go on a vacation now that they're older. But my husband and I decided to do Party with a Purpose. So we would love to get other businesses to help us out with this. We are going to be raffling or donating a party package to a child in need. And it could be anything. It doesn't have to be like anything extravagant, or hey, there's a financial burden with the family, a family loss, job loss, or just, hey, my kid is amazing, they're kind. I would like to nominate them for this party package. So we're doing a Party with a Purpose from Party Express, and hopefully other businesses can join us in creating party packages. We would donate pizzas, balloon bouquet, decorations, a piñata, some candies. And I've also talked to Adriana at Lighthouse Bible and Gifts that she would add a special gift to them, maybe like a Bible or something that would make them happy. So the more that we could build the package with other businesses, maybe Tehachapi can donate dessert, things like that. I would love to hear from other businesses that would like to join us in Party with the Purpose for the community.
That's so wonderful.
Yeah.
Because it means so much. Being able to help out your neighbors like that and celebrate your neighbors is it's a beautiful thing.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. And we're really grateful for all the welcoming from the whole town. I mean, they welcomed us. Like, I wasn't born here. I don't know everything about Tehachapi, but everyone's like, hey, welcome to Tehachapi. Although we've been around Tehachapi since 2014, I'm not like an old school native of Tehachapi. I can't sit there and be like, these are my old stomping grounds. But as a child, I did come up here to the rec center. My aunt lived in Bear Valley, so we'd spend a lot of holidays and summers, and we're back up here. And I always dreamed one day I'm going to come back up to this beautiful town. It's amazing. So here we are.
And we're so happy to have you.
Thank you. Thank you for having us. And I would really like to say thank you to the Chamber of Commerce and the city. The city has been behind our backs nonstop, helping us, pushing us to open, telling us hey, we have your back. What do you need? What can we help with? Corey's been great. Jen's been great. I mean, there's so many names that I could list on and on, but thank you to the city and the chamber.
Oh, you're most welcome. And it's so wonderful to see these businesses work through the process of opening, which we all know is very difficult, for so many aspects. We end up running into various things along the way that end up prolonging, the opening that we want. And so to have support from the city and support from various organizations and others in the community, other businesses, that are cheering for you and hey, what can we do? Can we help bring in boxes? Can we help unload stuff? Can we, get you something to eat? It's everybody supports everybody up here. And that's what really makes Tehachapi special.
Yeah. And to follow up on that, Save Mart employees offered to come and unbox things. It was just very sweet. Adriana from the Lighthouse, she would check on us every day. Hey, what can I do? Do you need help setting up your Square? I know about Square. What do you need from me? And then ironically, a few weeks ago, she called me and said, hey, are you opening up? Because, I am here to help you. Let's get this done. And she said, you go for it. Come on, let's get this done. Let's get your right before I set the date with you, she was the one on the phone with me, pushing me, her and my husband, like they're both like, come on, you got this. So.
And you do. You've thought of everything. And this community, I was sharing with her, I share a little reel after every grand opening, and oftentimes those take off. Everybody's like, oh my gosh, this new business, this is great. This post was the largest that I have ever posted, like more insights than ever, more likes, more shares. Just everybody was talking about it, and they're like, oh my gosh, this is amazing. So just really congratulations. And, I think, you've got this community that are excited and will be purchasing party supplies from your shop.
Thank you so much. Just be sure to follow us on social media for all the new items that we're getting in. And that's how you stay in the loop.
Yeah.
Sounds like a plan. Well, thank you very much. And thank you for listening to Tehatchapod.
You've been listening to Tehatchapod. If you have a question, a thought, or a suggestion, email media@tehachapiecityhall.com. We'll catch you again soon, right here on Tehatchapod.